Hi everyone, Chris here, Suffolk Record Collector, back again with another video of some vinyl finds over the last couple of months really, because I haven't done a video for quite some time. Got some good stuff here to get through, so let's get into it. Right, first up, this is a reissue of a Hawkwind album, Chronicles of the Black Sword. And this is a great Hawkwind album, really good Hawkwind album. It's a 2015 reissue. It's in a gatefold. I love the artwork and that there. This was originally released in '85. Like I say, this is a 2015 reissue from a company called Let Them Eat Vinyl. And surprisingly enough, this is on a 2-disc on blue vinyl. Sorry about the glare. I'll do anything about it now. Yeah, so 2 albums, blue vinyl, but it's cut at 45 RPM, and it sounds amazing. It really does sound good. So much so, I think this company at that time, they reissued a lot of the Hawkwind back catalogue, and a lot of them I think are on 45 RPM, so I'm going to be trying to search for them. I knew nothing about this pressing until I came across this, and it wasn't expensive, so I'm going to be on the lookout. There are none for sale on Discogs as we speak. Quite a scarce thing, I believe, but anyway, great album, and it's worth, if you like Hawkwind, looking and seeing what other ones you can find, or if you can find them, because they're certainly worth searching out and looking for, because the sound is like, you know, like I say, they're on 45 RPM, more information per groove and everything. I think that's how it works. Yeah, really great sounding reissue that. Brilliant. Next, I've got a couple of Beatles records. I won't hang about with these because we all know the records, but I will let you know what ones they are, what pressings they are. This is Rubber Soul. This is actually an original second pressing in mono. It's got its original inner. That's on that parlophone, and this is in lovely condition. This is from '65. Really pleased to have this. It sounds really good, really good. We all know the album Rubber Soul, but really pleased to pick up a mono, you know, second pressing. Yeah, really happy with that. Well, at least that's what I think they are. They can be a bit of a minefield, can't they? Trying to identify Beatles records. Like I said, there was 2 Beatles records, so we have another one. Again, that's in mono. It's a mono, and that's Revolver. We all know the album. This is from '66. Again, on the parlophone label. See that? Again, really nice condition. Both of them play with no problems at all. Hardly a pop or a click even in between tracks. Now, pressing wise, this one is, I think that works out to be a 3rd pressing. There were 2 pressings, first pressing and then subsequent second pressing, and they had the original intro to, I can't remember what track it was now, For No One, I think, I can't remember what track it was, but they, after 2 pressings, they altered that and this is the first pressing after the first Revolver's pressing. Revolver in lovely condition, sounds phenomenal, really does sound good. And I hadn't got any Beatles monos, so that's why I picked them up. And they both sound really good, and they're great albums, aren't they? They're probably my two favourite Beatles albums, I would imagine, getting that way, yeah. Right, next we've got, as I say, two from 72. So there's two albums from 1972, both released in 72 that I picked up. This is Man for Man's Earth Band. This is their first album from 1972, and it's a good album. Originally released, this is an original pressing, obviously, released on Philips, in nice condition, really nice. Great album. If you like Man for Man's Earth Band, this might have just slipped you by because it's gone under your radar a little bit, this being their first album. It's very good. Track wise on here, side one you have California Coastline, Captain Bobby Stout, which is a great track. Sloth, Living Without You, Tribute, and side two, Mrs. Henry, Jump Sturdy, Prayer, Part-Time Man, I'm Up and I'm Leaving. The band at this point were Mick Rogers, guitar and vocals, Manfred Mann, organ, synthesizer and vocals, Colin Pattenden, bass, and Chris Slade on drums. Yeah, and he's a great drummer. Chris Slade was a great drummer. I saw him many years ago when he was drumming with Uriah Heep at one time. That was many years ago. Yeah, but a good album, a real good album that you don't see about very often at all. Well worth picking up if you see it, and that's cheap enough. I mean, this wasn't expensive. It's not an expensive album or anything like that, but well worth checking out. Like all these records are all well worth checking out. The second one from 72 was an album from a band that I first heard of these and heard their music like 40 years ago, and I weren't that impressed then, you know what I mean? But I was watching it, and I've had a sort of love-hate relationship ever since, sort of semi-lukewarm on them. But I saw a video from a vinyl video on YouTube. Someone from, they were in Europe somewhere, were showing some records. Anyway, they showed this record, and they was just saying how brilliant it was, you know, a great record it is and everything. And I thought, yeah, I don't know, that's, you know, the band, I ain't really keen on them. But I was out searching, I've had this a couple of 3 months now, and I come across it, and it was really cheap, and I hummed and hawed whether to buy it then or not, but I did. And that's the album Bandstand by Family. That's in a die cut cover, as you can see me through there. It says Bandstand on there, and you got there. Oh, and I'm so glad I did. This is a great album. It's original inner. This is a UK first pressing on Reprise. It's in good condition. Oh, this is good, to the point where it's now making me think, right, I need to reevaluate here, because I really need to listen to some more from this band, because this is a good album. Track wise on here, side one you've got, it starts off with Burlesque, then Bolero Babe, Coronation, Dark Eyes, Broken Nose. Side two starts off with My Friend the Sun, which is just an amazing track. Glove, Ready to Go, amazing. Top of the Hill, yeah, great album. I paid a tenner for this, and I am so pleased I did. It is a good album. good album, and I'm definitely going to be listening to more A Family with different ears, I hope, because this is was well worth picking up. All right, that's 2 from 72. So what we got next? Yeah, this is just a great prog album. Prog, maybe Virgin on Fusion, starts very, very slowly. But anyway, it's the Soft Machine Volume 2. This is an original UK pressing from '69 on Probe. Is it a flip back cover? Yeah, in a flip back cover. Not bad condition for the, the cover. The record's in lovely condition too. On the black Probe label. Yeah, great album. Been showing many times on the channel, but I will run through with you. Soft Machine were Mike Ratledge on Hammond, Lowry Hammond harpsichord, piano and flute, Hugh Hopper bass, acoustic guitar and alto, and Robert Wyatt drums and voice. Yeah, and this is just a beautiful, beautiful album. Yeah, well worth searching out. Yeah, I play this a lot now. It's yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Right, next we've got yeah, this is a banging album. I'll try and explain exactly what it is. Anyway, we've got an album here called Birth Control. This is from '71. Now it's a Hypnosis cover. It's released on Charisma here in the UK. Lovely condition. This album, basically what it is, this is Birth Control's second album, Operation. And in Germany, this was released as the album Operation. At the same time here, they've released both at the same time. But this album was the first ever UK release. So I suspect that's why it got a different cover, and it's just called Birth Control. Saying that, this is the album Operation, and it is an absolute banging album from beginning to end. The guitar work and the organ work on here is fantastic, and the vocals are just brilliant. The whole album is amazing. Now, I found this, I didn't even know, I know the album, but I did not know this pressing existed. The German first pressing from 1971 is what you would see. I mean, it's the album I know, it's got the Praying Mantis on the cover and stuff. Anyway, that is going to set you back, that's a 3-figure album, because the album's that good. This doesn't go for nowhere near that. This sounds amazing. This is that album. And I would say this is a scarcer pressing than the German first pressing. I don't know, but I suspect that it is. And you should be able to get this for under half of what you're going to pay for the German. And this is the UK pressing. It was released on Charisma, but it has a different cover, and I think that slips by people. They don't, notice, and they plump for the German. Got to have the German pressing or whatever. But this sounds good, yeah. And this is a banging album. They don't get much better than this. It's, if you like your hard rock and your prog, you're gonna absolutely love love this album. So search for it, search it out. I found one that wasn't expensive and it's a real nice copy. The cover is knackered, but the record itself is lovely. So anyway, that's Birth Control. So what have we got next? Another banger album. They just keep coming, don't they? Banger after banger. Anyway, this is Atomic Rooster's second album, Death Walks Behind You. And it's got the William Blake cover of Nebuchadnezzar. William Blake's version of Nebuchadnezzar there. Used by kind permission of the tape gallery or someone like that, I dare say. This is a good album. This is prog, but it's on the heavy side. This is their second album, which was released in 1970, the same as their first, I believe. It's on B&C. But this is more or less a completely different band than the first from the first album, and the sound is different as well. You still have, I think it's Vincent Crane. He's the only person. Yeah, Vincent Crane is the only person left from the first album. Gone is Carl Palmer has gone, and the other guy, I can't remember his name, is gone. And in have come. In have come Paul Hammond on drums and John DeCan on guitar, and the guitar on here is blistering. There is some amazing tracks on here. Anyway, it starts off side one, Death Walks Behind You, Vug, Tomorrow Night, which was a single from the album, Streets, and then side two, Sleeping for Years, killer stuff. I Can't Take No More, Nobody Else, and Gashatza. Brilliant album. It's one you do not see Atomic Rooster albums about very often at all. And this is a nice copy. It was released, let me have a look. It is 1970. The first album was 1970 as well, Atomic Rooster. And I've got the flute mix to that, because there is a later issue of that after John DeCan joined the band, and they overdubbed his guitar work onto it. So, but I haven't got that one, and I haven't heard it, but I would. But I'm still looking for that one as well. But yeah, this is brilliant album. Well worth looking out. Up there on the hard rock side. I mean, John DeCan, guitarist, was just brilliant. Brilliant guy. They never really got the fame that they deserved, because they were a really good, tight, hard, heavy band. Right, so next we've got another prog classic, which has just been reissued actually. And you can buy the reissue. There's a Steve Wilson remix reissue of this. I think that's about 40-50 quid. Yeah. But I mean, I got this, I think again, this was about 12 quid. And that's the first pressing in lovely condition with Gentle Giant Interview. Sounds fantastic. It's an original pressing on. They've moved off from Vertigo by this point as their record label. They were with Chrysalis at this point. I did this one for Chrysalis. It's in lovely condition. And this is a great album. This is a very good Gentle Giant album. Obviously the masters of prog and the improvisation, and I think the musicianship is off the wall. The vocals are amazing. Yeah, once they click with you, once Gentle Giant click with you, you won't look back, because they are good. They were very good. Definitely different. Anyway, that's Gentle Giant. So, what else have we got? Because we've got a few to get through. Right. Yeah, nearly there. Another amazing find this was. This is Berlinch, It Don't Bother Me. Now, it's on Transatlantic. Oh, this is a beautiful, beautiful record. From 1966. And it absolutely, I still get amazed, totally amazed, how we can find records. Like this is from 66. An original pressing from 66. Or I think it's a second pressing from 66. And there is no spindle marks, it's never been played hardly. It looks brand new, and it is not. And it amazes me that we can actually find records in these conditions today still, after all these years. This is from 1966. Anyway, and it needs to be, because this is a beautiful, beautiful acoustic album by Berlinch. The tracks on here you have, and I believe this is his second album. I have the other one, but a later Japanese pressing. Anyway, the track listing on here: Oh My Babe, Ring a Ding Bird, Tinker's Blues, Anti-Apartheid, The Wheel, A Man I'd Rather Be, My Lover, It Don't Bother Me, Harvest Your Thoughts of Love, Lucky 13, As the Day Grows Longer Now, So Long Been on the Road So Long, Want My Daddy Now, and 900 Miles, which that's an amazing album, track 900 Miles. But they are all amazing. This, I can't tell you how good this album is. It's been reissued through the times and everything. But here's the thing, I bought this and it cost me 30 quid. 30 quid for this. It's mental. That is so cheap, I believe. I don't normally say what I pay, but I was just so pleased to find this. Just couldn't believe it. I've had it a couple of months, but yeah, I'm not showing it, but yeah, brilliant album, well worth searching out. But yeah, it's just, it's beautiful guitar playing. Beautiful. All acoustic, folky. That's just top notch. It doesn't get any better in my book. Right, next. Well, yeah. Okay, this is an original pressing of Pentangle's first album, which is an upgrade copy for me, because I have a copy that's badly warped and it ain't that good, to be honest with you. This is much nicer, much nicer. It's like I say, an original from 68. 68 it says on here. So this could be a second press and not, yeah, I think it is, because it's got Shell Talmy production under the Pentangle. So this is actually a second pressing. That's in really nice condition. Beautiful. Not a mark hardly up at all on it. Like I say, it's amazing that we can find these still in these conditions. It still amazes me. This is an amazing album. Side 1, Let No Man Steal Your Time, Bells, Hear My Call, and Pentangling. Fucking brilliant. Side 2, Mirage, Way Behind the Sun, Bruton Town, and Waltz. And this is a great album in nice condition. Fully laminated cover. There's just a little bit of delamination going on in the corners. You might be able to see, but yeah, and a little bit of fox spotting on the front, which I might be able to remove. But yeah, really pleased to find this in such nice condition. Again, it wasn't that expensive, not expensive at all. Well worth searching out. If you've not heard it, you can stream it. It's great. It's great. So we've got one more, and it's another Pentangle album, but this is from 85. and that's the album Open the Door, which I think was the second album from when they reformed in the early 80s or mid 80s. You have a slight, the people on here are Terry Cox drums, Bert Jansch acoustic guitar and vocals, Jackie McShee vocals, Mike Piggott violin, acoustic and electric guitar, and Danny Thompson double bass. Yeah, and track wise you have Open the Door, Dragonfly, Mother Earth, Child of the Winter, The Dolphin, Side 2, Lost Love, Sad Lady, Taste of Love, Yarrow and Street Song. And it's a great album. It was released on Spindrift Records at the time. Really nice. Oh, and this is such a lovely album. This is really good. The albums from the when they reformed and that were in my book. I really like them. You don't see them about that often. I have a couple, but you don't see them as often as you see the older albums from Pentangle at all. Well worth getting, well worth searching out. And it came, yeah, it got this like little flyer in here for the record label. Came with it, and that's in lovely condition, and that was cheap. That was super cheap, something like a tenner I paid for that. So yeah, that's that. So there's a dozen, I think, there out of the way, gone. So now into the collection. I'll be doing another video in a week or two because I've got some more bits and pieces that I haven't shown because I've not done a video lately. So all comments welcome. Until next time, thanks a lot.